Anything of
Is
note
this
for
the
you?
part where I? Yeah, it's the part where I talk about the thing that I want to talk. Okay, I'm gonna. Hey, Wooly, remember when we were talking about fan games
Mm-hmm.
and about companies that support their fan games?
Mm-hmm.
You know what company doesn't support their fan games is Konami.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even support their real games,
Mm-hmm.
really. So,
They support the fuck out of pachinko.
I a fun fact that you mentioned that. So, this past week, I decided to check out what is a legally distinct Castlevania game. And by legally distinct, I mean that's just Alucard with 3 sprites changed over, dude. Called Vampire Survivors.
Okay.
Now, I'll apologize because somebody asked me 2 weeks ago if I wanted to cover Vampire Survivors, and I'm like, I fucking hate Vampire Survivor. I don't like any of them because I got confused and thought they were talking about Darkstalkers, which
Oh.
I don't like. But no, Vampire Survivors is currently the #1 rated game on Steam and is the best selling game on Steam. And then I looked at it and I'm like, what is this fake ass mobile fucking pachinko machine that looks like a Castlevania ripoff?
Overwhelmingly positive bullet hell.
And that if you look at the art closely enough, you'll notice that it's traced over Bayonetta for a female character
Yeah.
looking back at the.
Now, Castlevania ripoff in sprite, but the actual
Yes,
gameplay,
definitely in Sprite. Definitely in Sprite.
the actual gameplay is just fucking phone game like sprite muso madness. Yeah.
So, here's what Vampire Survivors is. You can play it with your keyboard, you can play it with your mouse, or you can play it with a controller. And the game is you load into a tiny little map with your tiny little not Castlevania character, and they will fire a little bullet or an axe or a whip or a holy
Bones.
water out of their body automatically with no control from you. And then you will kill the little enemies that come towards you on the screen, and you will get gems, and then you will level up, and then it will ask you to pick another axe or whip or holy water or what have you. And then you will keep doing that until you are full of Castlevania style weapons and passive buffs, and you become an absolutely impossible to look at and understand what's happening on the screen miasma of flashing lights and twirling blades that kills all the enemies as you try and hit 30 minutes of survival time. And then upon the finish of that, you will get lots of gold that you can use to buy new characters that have slightly different traits, or upgrade your character permanently, or go to a new stage.
Sounds like it
And
can
that is
be
it.
sounds like it could be addictive, but what's the part that makes this the best selling game on Steam?
So supposedly, the gentleman who made this game used to make slot machine games, and I believe it because you get a chest and it opens up and there are many dopamine flashing lights and colors and happy noises, and you get the upgrade and then your character shoot better and it's good, and the game is
It's
$3,
$2.99.
and it is the slot. Video games that are slot machines are actually just slot machines.
Mm-hmm.
This is a slot machine that's actually a video game.
I
And
mean,
I actively mocked its look, controls, and garbage, everything, right before playing it. And then was like, oh, okay, I see. Oh. And then I've been blowing every morning after I wake up before Paige wakes up and trying to get a 1/2 hour run. My favorite character is the skeleton.
Do you
He
think
shoots
that,
bones.
seeing as this is such a huge breakaway success, is it possible that maybe the developer can afford to hire an artist to do some art that is
No,
not
it's
just traced
too late.
Bayonetta?
It's too late now.
Because traced Bayonetta is very, 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 very traced Bayonetta.
It's too late now.
Okay.
So the game is in
We're
early
here.
access and is getting updates consistently. There are a shit ton of characters. There's a shit ton of mechanics. And it's really quite fascinating how much mechanical depth you can get out of a game that all you do is move your character. There's no other option other than moving your character and picking the upgrades that come out of a chest.
Okay.
That's it. It's the whole
This
thing.
is supposed to be a breakaway Newgrounds hit that would take over the
Yes.
internet, but
100%.
instead it's on Steam. Yeah.
100.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay.
It is. I mean, it's slot machine. It's bullet hell. It is also. I don't know if you have any familiarity with it. It's cookie clicker. It's idle game. It's just leave it running and the game get big and blow up.
Yeah.
Because the ultimate is that by 18 to 21 minutes, you have built a fucking monstrosity with your correct choices and correct scooping up of the gems that you just fucking let go and start browsing shit on your phone while you look up every 30 seconds and you go, yeah, still invincible.
Progress quest.
Yeah.
Plays itself. Yep. Okay.
And it is the perfect price for this experience. If this was even $5, that would be too much. But it's $3. I've lost $3 and been like, bummer. Let alone spend it on this thing. It's great.
I was expecting to scroll down and see free, but
no.
But if there's lots of micro and stuff going on inside, it can go either way, I'm sure. Okay,
Music's
now,
pretty good.
is it more addictive than it is fun?
I would say it's about 50-50.
Okay. No micro? Okay.
No micro.
Got it.
Just many updates. Many updates. Add new character. Wait, Pat, wrong. No micro. I didn't say there were many microtransactions.
No, I was asking.
Yeah, there's none. There's none. You pay the $3.
Okay.
You get forever.
So it's about as addictive as it is fun.
This
All right.
monster that I finished in the course of the fucking podcast is worth more than Vampire Survivors. And I definitely got way more out of Vampire Survivors than I got this monster.
Damn. Well, at this point, being a breakaway success, I guess it's the identity is committed, and anything else they do must look equally as cheap and fucking like basement budgeted. Because
I think one of the reasons that's never going to change is the fact that it looks so basic means that this one guy can bang out a new character like that. Like that. Like no bit. Like what? Hey, you guys want a different Alucard swap that has area bonuses? Here you go. This one's blue.
this game is... I'm just scrolling, and I'm like, this is supposed to get lost in the tidal wave of Steam releases. Like, this is not supposed to happen. Okay. Well...
So the difference is that like I cannot like you would have to try it. It's just really good.
But that's the thing is that it's not actually low effort, despite the fact that it looks that way. Is what you're saying?
So like
it looks low effort, but it's
patch, not. Yesterday, new hard challenge stage, new character, new weapon, new reroll ranks, 2 new arcanas, and then the patch before that was 2 weeks before that. New achievements, new weapon, new library coffin, etc.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, it just and I
Find
like
the Ronda at the top of stage 4. What the fuck does that mean?
like
Anyway.
don't knock it till you try it, Wooly. Well, of course, but when the opening salvo is here's rip-off Bayonetta and some Castlevania sprites, what like you've made bigger assumptions about worse games that have done that have done less. You know,
You just talked about going back to Kusoge fighting games.
hell yeah,
You love them.
hell yeah, absolutely.
Also, the reason why this blew up in terms of like this was supposed to get lost in the Xbox Live Indie thing, it's because of your fellow influencers that it did not.
But the turn here is like when you pull up a game like this with these traits and you go, oh my god, and like you go, oh my god, look at this thing, this is wild, this is so zany and fucking nuts, and usually so bad it's good, but in this case you're saying it's actually really good, so
Yeah,
that's the twist.
I had a like my stream makes me look like such a stupid idiot because it was supposed to be like a double stream. It was Vampire Survivors and a different game in the second half, which was a really excellent game called The Closing Shift, which I'll talk about in a second. I'm doing Vampire Survivors. I'm like, yeah, well, okay, we'll play this baby NES game for a bit, and then we'll do The Closing Shift. And I'm like hitting like 2.5 hours on Vampire Survivors, and I'm like, okay, I guess we gotta go to the other one.
Okay, but how much not playing are you doing versus like how much leaving it alone to while it just goes?
Very little. The leaving it alone happened only once I started playing it every morning.
Okay.